Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, PT on Ice. I'm going to get Instagram going here. And we will start our Monday morning PT on Ice. This. Y'all can hear that in the background. That's our train outside of our clinic going by. Checking connection. Okay, we are live on both Instagram and on Facebook. So good morning. I am Alexis. I am the one of two lead faculty with the CMFA Pregnancy and Postpartum. And I'm really excited to be here this Monday morning to talk to you all about a topic that we discuss in our course and that I see constantly in my clinical practice. But before we hop on in, I want to tell you all, our next cohort begins on January 11th. We have done a massive revamp for this course, and there are only a few seats left. So if this course interests you, I urge you to sign up now because there will not be any spots left soon. And you'll have to wait a full 8 weeks for it to be over and to get into the next cohort. So if this is important to you, sign up today. There are also several other courses that are starting January 11th within ICE. We've got our online courses all beginning at the new year, and we're really looking forward to starting 2021 off well. So with that being said, let's hop right into the topic. So today's topic is earn your intensity. We see a lot of postpartum women coming in with soft tissue injuries. Let's say you've got someone coming into your clinic and you've begun treating them for a soft tissue injury, whether that's their shoulder or their hip or ankle. And you've done everything that you're supposed to do. You've assessed them, you know what's going on. You've given them an HEP and they're going hard and they're doing it exactly as you told them. But they're continuing to have these just recurring injuries, or maybe even more popping up as you're addressing one, a new one is popping up. You're like, what is going on here? Well, there's a lot of explanations for this, and we often want to dive into that, whether that's, looking at their certain lifts, whether that's talking about their lifestyle behaviors, their sleep, or their nutrition. We talk a lot about these factors because they're very important. Let's say all of this is dialed in. What else could be going on? I urge you to ask them if they're getting to class on time, their workout class on time, or if they're not doing a workout class right now, asking them, what does your warm-up look like? Are you really getting that warm-up accomplished? Are you getting your heart rate up? Are you getting those muscles ready to go? New moms have a lot going on, totally new schedules. They may have, we say often, a new mom or a new again mom, so having multiples. It totally changes the dynamics of getting in the car and going to the gym, or even just like being able to get into their garage to get this exercise accomplished before they've got to do all these other things. And because of that, it can really be easy to miss or skip or not get to the gym in time for the warm-up. And, this is an issue, and we know this. And one of the things that we could do is tell her, well, listen, you got to get to the gym on time. Like, there's no way around it. You've got to get there on time. There's no excuses. And while we do appreciate that that is optimal, and we do want them to know that that's optimal, sometimes that's just not going to happen. And so we've got to teach them how can they realistically get this into their schedules. And that's where we got to teach them, earn your intensity. So first of all, some of our athletes just may not understand how important the warm-up really is. And actually this week in Hump Day Hustling, we'll be sharing with you all a recent study that discusses this exact topic, why the warm-up is so important. When we miss that warm-up, when we miss the ability to get your heart rate going, to increase your body temperature, to prepare your muscles and your heart, we increase our rate of injury. We increase the risk of injury. And so you've got your athlete, she's driving to the gym, she recognizes there's a diaper blowout and she's going to be 10 minutes late. Basically, she's got 3 options. She can just completely stop where she's at, turn around, go back home, miss the workout altogether because she misses the warm-up. That's option 1. Option 2, a lot of times what I'll see is just jump right in to wherever the class is. That's where I'm going to jump in. My training partner's already got 10s on the bar. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just snatch at 55 pounds, even though I have not even warmed up with the PVC. I see that often. So that's option 2, jump right in. Option 3, kind of that middle ground, is teach them to earn that intensity. So what does that look like? It looks like just gradually increasing that intensity, increasing the weight, increasing the speed, increasing that turnover as you go. So that may be, the whole class is working with their barbells and she joins in, and we need to teach her to get the PVC and just work with that PVC. Maybe even bump to the 15-pound bar to really get some reps in before we're adding weight to increase that muscle capacity, that tissue readiness. She can start at a really, really small dumbbell weight and work up from there. Recognizing, this is a huge one, recognizing that because I missed the warm-up, maybe I don't get to do the exercise or the weight or the time that I originally thought I was going to when I was going to have that warm-up. Setting those expectations is really, really important. We talk about this a lot in other aspects of their care. So teaching them how to set their expectations for themselves in a workout, already that's difficult in postpartum. Then on top of that, setting that expectation of it's not going to be as good. You're not going to be able to do as much weight, or you're not going to feel as good if you've missed that warm-up. And so that is really a huge component of earning that intensity. You got to get in there and do that warm-up. And if not, if you miss it, then create your own ability to earn and ramp up that intensity. So I'll teach them, if it's a strength and everyone else is finding their 1RM and you're just now hopping in, it's highly unlikely that your body will be ready in the time prescribed to get your weight all the way up to that 1RM. Again, we're talking about our postpartum athletes. And so sometimes they're going based off of the numbers pre-pregnancy, warmed up pre-pregnancy, and then they're coming in and they're saying, they've missed the warm-up, but they're not thinking about that. They go in and they try to hit that 1RM, feels terrible. They have a adductor or a hamstring kind of strain from that, and they're like, I'm just falling apart. And we need to help teach them, you're not falling apart. Your environment is completely different today compared to when you did this the last time. It's not a fair comparison. We're not comparing apples to apples. Apples to oranges is what we're talking about here. It's 2 different animals. We want to bring it as close to as possible. We want to compare a warmed up exercise to a warmed up exercise, but even that is going to be different. So setting those expectations and having those conversations and really teaching these athletes how to conceptualize their workout, how to gradually increase that intensity is going to help tremendously with decreasing the rate of those just nagging soft tissue injuries that are popping up. So this is key to addressing these issues for your athletes. This is key for addressing your own mental health as you're helping these athletes. You're like, I'm doing everything right. What is going on? Ask your athletes these questions. Help them figure out how to gradually earn that intensity, increase that warm-up, so that they are not getting injured, so that your dose of your manual therapy and your exercise can actually be effective in the long term. So this is a key conversation for your athlete. This is key for you. This is key for your coaches. You can talk with your coaches about how to help these athletes, and just recognizing that they want to get to the gym on time, or they want to feel good. So we need to teach them how to manage that despite all of what's going on. We want them to get those exercises in. We just want them to be safe and efficient when they do so. So I hope that's helpful for you all when you are working with your postpartum athletes. And like I said at the beginning, if you are interested in joining this cohort, we start in just a few weeks at January 11th. It is completely different. We've done a massive overhaul of all of the content, and we are so excited to have you all. So with that being said, have a wonderful Monday. Have good time in the clinic, and we will see you again tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.